This video will show you how to use the Shift By feature within the Date Manager tool of your Isidore site. The Shift By feature allows you to bump up all dates from one semester to the next semester by a specific number of days. So for example, if I want all my days from my fall 2021 term to be updated by, let's say, 140 days to my spring 2022 term, it will bump all those dates throughout my site forward. You still have to fine-tune some dates to account for differences in the academic calendar. We have spring break in spring 2022, for instance, that will need to be accounted for. But it will get you within the ballpark range of the spring 2022 dates. So to get started, we first recommend duplicating your site from the previous semester to the next semester. And I've already done that. So I duplicate my fall 2021 site to spring 2022. And now what I'll do is I'll go to the Site Info tab within my site, or the Site Info tool, and then I'll click on the Date Manager tab. And this will pull up a list of all the tools in my site that have dates that are saved into the system. So for example, if I pull up my lessons tool here, I can see that I've set my weekly modules to open up the day that the week begins at midnight. Now you might want to even change these dates to be earlier. We've got some feedback that students don't necessarily they might want access earlier to the modules than what I've kind of set up here, but this will still, this just shows me kind of the dates I have in my site. I can pull up my assignments and see all my dates there. Again, these are all my fall 2021 dates. And the tool that you might not want to copy forward the dates for, so if I pull up my calendar here, it's possible that I don't actually want to move these dates because your calendar kind of inherits all the dates that you've used throughout the course of duplicating the site. So you can see I've got 2020 dates in here. That's because I've duplicated the site since 2020. I've copied it kind of forward and forward and forward, and calendar events tend to just kind of get copied. So I actually don't really care about bumping these dates up, and especially since when I post, so if I update my dates for assignments, when I actually post the assignment, that's when those get populated to the calendar. So those will get updated automatically. So I don't really need to update the calendar dates at all. So I don't recommend updating the dates in the calendar tool. The tools that you might want to update the dates in that I would recommend updating the dates in are assignments, tests and quizzes, forums if you have it, and lessons. Those are probably the most important dates to update. So I would just do those to start with. Then the next step is to actually figure out the actual number of days to shift by. So to do that, I'm just going to pick the equivalent of one date in fall 2021 to equivalent date in spring 2022. So for example, in lessons, I have my first week of the semester starts on August 23rd at 12 a.m. That was a Monday. And in the spring 22 term, I have it, that first week is Monday, January 10th at 12 a.m. So I'm going to use a date duration calculator tool to figure out the number of days in between those two dates. So I'm going to go to this website. It's called timeanddate.com. And then I'm just going to enter the dates. So I'm going to click on the calendar tool here to just pop it back to August 23rd. And then I'll do the same thing for the end date, which is going to be January 10th. And then I'm not going to choose this include end date in calculation. I'm not going to pick that. And then I'm just going to press calculate duration, and it tells me that it's 140 days from August 23rd to January 10th. So now what I want to do is come back into my Isidore site, and again, I want to expand only the tools that I want to shift the dates for. So I want to shift all my dates in lessons. I want to shift all my dates in forums, tests and quizzes, and assignments. So I have all those expanded. And so it's going to just kind of overlook all the other tools. So I'm going to click on this and I'm going to shift dates by, and I'm going to type in 140. And again, I'm only going to apply it to the expanded sections. I'm not going to apply it to all dates, just to the expanded section. So I'll click that. And voila, you can see that the dates have now changed to be the spring 2022 term. Again, you'll want to fine tune. You'll want to come back and take a look at everything to make sure that you're accounting for, you're not turning things in on Martin Luther King Day or anything like that. So if I scroll down here, I can see that, yep, January 10th, January 17th. So that is fantastic. So I'll press Save Changes. If this didn't turn out the way you wanted, you can still press Cancel. So just make sure to kind of take a look and make sure things are where you want. Again, you can always go back and, change all the dates manually. So this doesn't really do any. If you do accidentally press save and you have some dates wrong, you can always come back here and change them again. It's no problem. So I'll press save. I'll confirm my change. My dates are updated successfully. Now, just to clarify one thing, this applied to all kind of these system dates that I've kind of used the calendar tool to enter, and by calendar tool I mean this calendar selection. You'll see here on my lessons pages that these dates are not updated. That's because those are manually typed in dates. So I actually physically typed in 0823, 0829. So those do still need to be adjusted, or you can take these off of your weekly lessons pages because it is kind of a pain to update those from semester to semester. And there is still a bulk edit feature, so you don't have to go page by page. So to update your lessons pages titles, essentially, you go to the kind of the main page of your lessons tool and then click on bulk edit subpages, and you can either take these all off, or you can actually type them in and change them if you like to do so. The other thing too that I want to note is that if you do use the important dates box here, these dates are also not updated again because those are manually typed in dates. If you have dates written in your instructions or anything like that, again, those are manually typed in. You will need to physically update those yourself, or you can find ways to get around these dates. So you could just say Thursday and the time and take off the actual date if you want to continue using this. So hopefully that helps facilitate updating the dates for your course, and please don't hesitate to reach out to the Center for Online Learning if you have any questions about this.